Hello, hi. There we go. How's it going? Hello, welcome to episode 20, season 2 of Once Upon a Game, the story game variety show where we get to play and feature various awesome indie RPGs. Tonight's one shot will be Avery. Is it Avery? Avery's game, Monsterhearts. Monsterhearts is a teen horror romance. Typically, you're kind of like Buffy kind of style game, only maybe a little bit more dark. I think today we're gonna kick it a little bit more just Buffy style. But today's one shot is I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to compare it to our experiences yesterday on Sunday where we played this game, and compare and contrast that a little bit because we have some return stars back on the show. So for those who don't know about me, my name is Eric. I'm EricVulgaris here online. I'm sort of the host and facilitator of Once Upon a Game. I think now we're around like 50 episodes total, which is pretty cool. Or getting there. So over 100 hours of content, dozens of games. I'm pretty proud of that. So, anyways, that's kind of what I do here. I stream. Once Upon a Game is 3 times a week. Let's meet our guests here. So let's go around the horn. Starting to my left here is Paul. Paul, how are you doing? What's up? How can people find you on the internet?
Hello, my name is Paul. I go by Leafington here on Twitch and on Twitter, where I make bad jokes and silly drawings.
Yay, Leafington!
Yeah, and I will be playing Cage the Ghoul.
Nice.
Monsterhearts, which I'm really hyped for.
Yeah. So this is something I was asking on Sunday, and I can't wait to hear this and do this again. So since we are playing a teen kind of like monster dark romance thing set in high school, how about you tell me us in the audience a really funny or embarrassing story about high school Paul?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jesus. God, I don't know where to start, man.
Come on.
It was
make it something you would get in trouble for. No.
Yeah.
we used to have like this I don't know what you call it. Like it was like everyone did like, you know, if you could dance, or they do like a little dance act, like a talent show.
Okay, a talent show, yeah.
Yeah. But like afterwards, because the age of drinking in the Netherlands is 16.
Oh yeah, it is much younger, isn't it?
Yeah, we used to get like super drunk, and then there's one time I climbed the tree and got like all the way to the top, and then like the window that was like, you know, 6 feet from that tree lit up, and there was a guy in there, and I just let everything go. I don't know how I got down, like unscathed and so fast.
Oh my God!
But holy crap, did I go down? Like,
yeah, I bet.
That's like,
Wow.
I thought it was
in like a second. I don't know how I did it.
That's what happens when you're 16. You can just like jump down from shit, and your body just like whatever. You're still. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's so cool. Yeah, that's really funny. So, going around still. It's Adam's turn. Adam was here on Sunday. Adam, how are you doing since we last spoke? Since your last confession?
Much less infernal.
Ah, yeah. So who will you be playing today? Tell us maybe a little bit more about yourself as well. How people can find you. What you've been up to. What you've been scheming, in the background.
In the past day, I have finished one character sheet for this role-playing game I'm making called A Household Renovation of Great and Terrible Power.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, it's awesome.
Pretty good.
Want to give us and the viewers here a quick little spiel of what that game's about?
Is it going to be like demonic Tim the Toolman Taylor?
No, it's more like this. Think HGTV, like the Home and Garden television, and take like a bunch of stuff from all of those shows and mix it with like Darkest Dungeon, American Horror Story, Long Island Medium. Dog, you're moving the tripod. You need to get up on the bed.
That's a cat.
On the bed.
You know it.
There you go. Where was I?
Yeah.
It's got like a bunch of influences like that, and it's really good. I'm really into it.
An HGTV / like renovation horror show where there's like a bunch of like this like dark past of wherever you're rebuilding. So it just sounds so much fun.
Yeah, and it's like a hack of that wonderful game we might have heard of called Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a cool guy makes that game, or so I've been.
Yeah.
So cool, awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So you want to share with us a little high school story?
Since I had to do one on the last show, I have to come up with another one. And since I didn't get out much as a kid.
Tell us the first time you kissed.
I never actually had a first kiss. Maybe that was my mistake in high school.
Oh, okay. No, that definitely counts. Oh.
I'm an innocent baby child.
We can fix that. Okay.
Sure. Tonight.
Yes, tonight.
So,
It's on Sunday.
You're gonna make promises you should never have made.
Awesome. So, Nano, how are you doing?
Yes. Why, hello. I'm doing quite well, thank you, Mr. GM.
Cool. So, what have you been up to? You were on their show not that long ago, or maybe it was actually kind of a long time ago.
Oh, I don't actually remember what I've been up to.
Endurance?
I've been playing mostly Anno and sort of the Stars and some other games. Those sort of games that really suck me in. It's a problem.
Oh, cool. Yeah, speaking of games that suck you in, I was playing Renowned Explorers International Society today, which is basically like a roguelike happy XCOM is what I would call it. Like XCOM Indiana Jones, where you can like befriend sheep to beat them. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. Make them so love you so much they don't want to fight you anymore.
Yeah, and I blinked and 5 hours went by today. So yeah.
Yes.
I feel you on that kind of stuff. So cool. So I'm so glad to have you back here. So how let's end here with an embarrassing high school story from you.
Well, I've got a few to choose from, so perhaps I'll go with the time that I got caught looking up the girls' dresses in class.
Wow. Just dropping your pencil?
Yes. I thought it was so original, but nope.
Oh my god.
Yep, I got caught, and that didn't go well. But
No.
I wasn't suspended or anything for it. That happened for something else. But anyway.
That's a tale for another time. Sure. And last but certainly not least, Brad RP Goy, how are you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. So, yeah, I'm Brad. I stream under RP Glory. Generally at least a few times a week. Got some ongoing games going.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so excited to do this. Had a great time last time.
Yeah. Cool. And awesome, man. Tell us a funny high school story.
Okay, so I could either tell you a college story, or if
A college story's fine.
okay, well, okay. The other alternative would be something that relates to high school, but it isn't exactly a high school story. It'd be like
Tell
anyway,
us your best
I'll do
story.
both. I'll do both.
Okay. Oh,
So-
double header. All right.
So the embarrassing high school story is that the character I played last time was very much based on me, like more than 50%. So take that as you will. I'm doing much better now.
What character did you play last time?
I played a witch who was super depressed and just had lots of problems, just kind of dealing in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The college story is I had access to the gym equipment at the college I went to. So on one Halloween, I borrowed the fencing equipment and took a bunch of those Siloom light sticks. It's those sticks that like you crack them and they glow.
Yeah.
Poured them on like some material that I like wrapped around the foils, taped the whole thing up, and had glow in the dark saber fencing. I missed most of it because I was like running around like getting people to go.
Okay.
And there may or may not have been substances involved. Anyway, it was pretty
substances.
Cool. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so
or not, maybe not, but maybe.
You can't. Your lawyers advise you not to answer that question. That is a great story. That actually is super cool. Awesome. So the reason why we gathered all these guys out here today is that we're going to be playing a role-playing game tonight. We're playing.
Yay, role-playing!
So as I mentioned before, we're playing Monsterhearts tonight, and as always on Once Upon a Game, this is a one-shot show, so we will not be returning to the game after this. This is just going to be like a Buddhist Sand Mandela. We're gonna wipe it clean at the end. But in order to do that well, I always want to give out a quick little bit of advice. I know we've all played games before. I know we've all heard it, but in case you're new in chat, so the first thing is to listen to other players. Always try to reincorporate other people's ideas. Keep spinning it back in and like feeding, cycling, recycling different ideas. In order to create a really cool cohesive story. Follow sort of like the improv-y yes and kind of idea, like be more construct the positive. That's one big piece of advice. The other one would be don't be afraid to be cliche. State the obvious in your head. Go with the first thing. Oftentimes the first thing in your head is not what everyone else was thinking, and typically it's always going to be a good time. Sometimes it is better than good. Sometimes it is fantastic, and other times other people just see it and you're like, okay, yeah, I can juggle that ball that you just threw at me. It's very easy. It's not very super, it's not a curveball. Other people can riff off that very well, and next thing you know, it's not very cliche, or it's extremely cliche and right on point in terms of tone. The next kind of big point that I want to get at would be so I said listen, state the obvious. Steal from everything that you ever thought of, ever. Steal from yourself. Steal from your own history. Steal from your friend's own history. Steal from the books you read, the comics you look at, the movies you watch, the other RPG shows that you've played or seen. Just take characteristics from everything. Video games. Just take little snippets and all of a sudden construct a sort of Frankenstein monster out of all those different ideas and things. And all of a sudden you have a really cool idea, and then shoot for the moon. Shoot for the moon for them, because we have a little safety valve here, because in order to be safe and want to express whatever's on your mind and you want to create the stuff that you want to create, because we play games that put fiction first and put what you are thinking and what you want to see happen in a game first before mechanics. You want to do this in a safe way so you feel comfortable really bringing it. And our fire extinguisher is the Veil or the X card. Whenever you're uncomfortable with something, you can always request for it to be taken kind of off screen. Like, hey, can we fade to black here? I'm not really interested in someone describing the gory details of this sex scene or this murder or something. That's totally fine. We won't ask you to justify it. It's completely because we trust you and we want all of us to have a good time. You're saying this for a reason, and we believe you is the key thing behind it. And if it's really problematic and you don't want that in your game, then go ahead and do an X. X-card that stuff out, and we will retcon whatever possible, whatever we need to do. We will get rid of that right out and work around whatever we need. So once again, we won't ask questions why, but we may ask some clarifying questions, just so we can, we don't upset you or anyone upset each other again. And one more thing that I want to do yeah, I know. Okay, they want gory sex scenes. Okay.
The chat is revolting. Or maybe the chat is revolting.
Yeah. Well, this is something that kind of came up a couple times, and I wanted to address now. So I'm like, us as gamers here, we're pretty good at reading chat, but we're not always the best at responding, especially when we're like improving these games off the top of our heads. I have all of these monitors and programs looking, making sure that my microphone doesn't randomly get muted because it's been doing that lately. I have to monitor chat, Twitch, everything, and a game, and 4 other people. It's a lot, so sometimes I don't always chat, but I am reading that. So I just want to say I thank you, and I'm listening to what you guys are saying, and I feel bad that some people have mentioned to me that I'm not responding as much as they wish I could, and I'm telling you that I'm going to make an effort to do better, but I'm also giving you an idea of where I'm coming from, because I love you, and I don't want you to think that you're being neglected, because I thank you so much for wanting to come out here. So yeah, so thank you. Don't you do that, Zircon, Virgil. No. You made me panic and had to search. I'm like, oh my god, it's the entire speech, nobody can hear me. So
that's cruel. Don't do that to the poor defenseless MC.
Yeah, what were you saying? Could you repeat that whole intro?
Yeah. You were going in and out with your connection. So tonight I will be your game master. I'll be the master of ceremonies. Sometimes we play games that have GM, sometimes we don't. This is a game where we do have a GM. So our table tonight won't be precisely round and flat. I will have a little bit of a, hey, I'm the GM and I'm hosting a show and doing this kind of stuff, where instead of having sort of an equal input like we would on, say, a game of Microscope, which is totally cool. Just something to be aware of. So the power dynamic is a little bit different, but I really don't have much prepared. The only thing we really talked about was what playbooks we're going to be playing, and kind of we want to do high school, and the rest of this is going to be all about just coming up with stuff tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy this game. This is a one-shot. I think the book's only like $10 or so. This is an amazing game. This and Dungeon World and Night Witches are probably the best Powered by the Apocalypse hacks in the meantime. I don't know, there's so many. I don't want to say that. There's so many. There's so goddamn many. But these are ones quoted by Vincent Baker as being like the jam. So this is definitely one you should check out and read, if only for game design perspectives and reading and how things read. It's very, very good. So yeah, done. Spiel over. Game starts now. Let's go. Spacesuits on. We're going to the moon. So we're going to start.
High school on the moon.
Yeah. So we're going to start. Do we want an urban? So we said high school. I'm thinking of the setting. Once again, I want to do kind of America, but do we want to do like suburban again? Do we want to do like urban? Do we want to do rural? Should we put some flavor or some charm in it? Should it be in like Texas? Should it be West Coast?
I don't know anything about American urban high schools, so I'll leave that sort of flavor to you.
Have you seen Buffy?
Yeah, I've seen some of Buffy.
It's California.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so we could do that. We could do some kind of whiz-bang magical school, not Hogwarts, obviously. Or adult Hogwarts.
I believe you mentioned something, Nano, earlier. You were talking about how you were watching Gilmore Girls, and I would be cool with doing a New England Preparatory Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Brittany, the character I'm playing, would only be seen in a posh private school.
Right. Yeah.
It's the only way.
One of those Ivy League grower.
I mean, she could be somewhere else as punishment.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ivy College Farms.
I was going to be like, in that case, I'm sure it's reasonable that one of those kids would be pushed far enough to snap and just kill somebody.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, or it could have been circumstantial. We'll see. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a New England Preparatory Academy. So I'm also gonna try something different today. Normally I just either keep everything in my head or have a little notepad open on my computer. I'm actually gonna go back to writing tonight and see if that helps me at all. We're gonna have a New England Preparatory Academy.
Writing? How analog? Jeez.
Yeah, the most analog. So we need a name for it. Something like it's got to sound old. It's got to sound established. Something like Beacon Hill, or something maybe with a sinister undertone. Beacon Hill would be clearly Boston. But,
I'm gonna go with like South. What was it? South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Oh my god. Sunnydale Heights.
I remember that from a movie. Or what about
Let's go. I'm trying to think if this would actually like evoke anything. Otherwise, we can circle back to it. The name of it.
I mean,
prep.
Yeah, something prep.
Yeah.
Preparatory Academy would definitely be the name of it, but then it has some, or maybe it's just called the Prep because it's like the one in our fiction, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, what about having a school with the initials MDMA?
Something
That's
Academy. That makes me think. What would MD be?
Like Middle
Dunwich.
Huh?
Middle Dunwich.
Yeah,
Music Academy.
Middle Dunwich Mayoral Academy or something.
I don't know. I'm personally, I'm kind of a fan of the Prep. Just calling it the Prep.
Okay. So what MDPA? What was it? Maine Dunwall Preparatory Academy.
Maine.
Yeah, like Maine Dunwall. You could do Maine like the state.
Maine, like the state. Yeah, I was like thinking primary Maine. Okay.
Or Massachusetts.
Or Massachusetts.
Yeah, or Massachusetts. Like whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
sure. Okay, yeah, Massachusetts. Okay.
Or if we didn't come up with that, we could have gone with like.
Anyways, let's move. That's fine. Okay, we got it.
How about this? Marshall Dunwoody McClaw Academy. McClawn Academy.
So everybody, Marshall Dunwoody McClaw. Thank you, Pudding Cat. Yeah, that will work. Marshall Dunwoody McLuhan Academy. Yeah, so it's like it's the name of the partners. Okay, so it's the MD.
And it is a preparatory academy.
Yeah. Okay, great, perfect. So it's the MDMA. So at the MDMA, so all of us are going to be seniors. Summer just ended, and we're all going to be in our sort of like homeroom, where we're all having to write an essay, because that's what you do when you're in a preparatory academy. You have to write an essay about basically how your summer experience espouses the principles
your scholastic life.
Enriched how you lived the motto of MDMA, or like what part of the motto of MDMA or the primary mantras of the school.
That's pretty good.
So I also would like to give you a chance then to come up with a mantra and how you twist it for your own thing as well. I like that idea actually.
The little tag at the top is pick a motto, or like circle a motto, and then
exactly.
Pick a motto, any motto.
Awesome. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're all gonna like do a quick little like recap. Then you don't actually have to pretend to write something. Just do a little recap of what happened this previous summer, and then maybe tie it to something like honor, integrity, scholarship, ambition, physical fitness, loyalty,
sort of,
respect.
like,
Like any tradition. Yeah, like literally like any type of like capital thing.
Okay, what about for the people, by the people, or from the waves we rose, or the we
Civics?
in the huh?
Civic duty. Is how you espouse. That's the value you espouse. For
Mhm.
the people, by the people.
Or maybe the weave of trust with trust, or the preserve of the people, or
I think you're reading too far ahead and deep into this, man. Just like a one sentence encapsulation of an idea, or like a
I
one
just
word.
went on to like a random modern generator, and I'm just reading these off.
Oh God. So okay. Instead,
Is that too far? Too far?
That's
Too
too
far.
far.
I like how one of them was something like, "We come from the waves, from the depths we come," or something like that.
Hmm.
I was digging it.
So what do we have? That is like, we come from the depths.
So who wants to go first? Who wants to talk a little bit about their character, maybe what they look like, how they carry their. So there obviously has to have a uniform, right? There's obviously a uniform for this school. What is your personal touch to the uniform? Is it new? Does it look old? Does it fit well on you? You know, that kind of stuff. Maybe how you rebel slightly with it. Like basically describe maybe a little bit of your personal touch to it. Describe maybe where you're sitting in the classroom if it matters. And then just describe a little bit about your summer and how it relates to your playbook, and how that sort of tied, and whatever happened then that summer must tie back into some sort of nebulous honor, value, good, you know. I'm thinking of all the ramblings of, like, you know, the Boy Scouts motto and like whatever, pick something.
Yeah, sure.
You know, all those ridiculous platitudes is what I'm thinking is the term.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I could go first, I guess.
Okay, Nano.
Okay, so here's what my character will.
Before you begin, just remind everybody here what's your character's name and what playbook you are.
Okay, I am Angela Thantos. I am playing a ghost. My look is, if I just bring up my character sheet, it is. I've got, I think, whatever. Sorry, give me a moment. Not ready for this as I should be. Okay, I've got I'm brooding with pained eyes, and my origin was that I was murdered in hot passion. My backstory is that I have been in somebody's bedroom while they were sleeping, and I will take a string on them for that.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. So really what I want you to do now is pretend that, like, you are going back to school, you are enrolled in this school, and you're going to your first period class. Describe what it's like for you to go back on your first day of school, maybe what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and maybe describe a little bit of what your uniform looks like. Does it look maybe like it's been, is it like, how did you die? Maybe in a way, how does it reflect how you died? And then talk a little bit about your summer and what you as a character did that summer.
Okay, so I'm going to go with that I was killed recently. Not a long time ago. Or maybe I could be like,
you were killed recently, but a long time ago. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like,
okay,
I'll go with like I've killed a year ago or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's why I'm still here, because I'm like still dealing with the horror of it. And how I was killed was on last summer break. I went away with a boy, as you normally do. A boy that I thought was the one for me. He was all dangerous and hot and brooding and smart, and he didn't care what anybody else thought, and he didn't go to any of his classes. But I knew there was something in him worth saving.
So this boy clearly goes to this school.
Yes, he did.
He did?
Yes, he did. Because after his encounter with me and my unfortunate end, he was traumatized and couldn't go to the school anymore.
Oh, okay. So he transferred.
So in this summer of, wild teen passion, we were finally together, going to do what old teens do over the summer. But then that's where it stopped being the American dream and turned into the American nightmare.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. No, that's good. That's good. So how are you? Do you know how you were murdered?
I would like to have it that it was while me
Is it
and
fuzzy, or do you know?
Huh?
Like, was it fun? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Continue.
I was gonna say I would like it if it was with said hot, dangerous boy and me were having what teens do over the summer,
Coitus.
and yes, I didn't know if I should say it, but yes,
You
we were
could say
having
sex.
the
You
hot
could say.
sex.
You could even. Yeah. You could say the hot sex.
Yes, we were having
they
lots
made
of hot sex, and the jealous girl of said hot boy found us together and just couldn't deal with it, so she shot me and him.
Oh, so you were shot.
It's me, and the boy
Oh.
ran away.
Okay, so you were shot. So that means your body must have a wound of that, right? Somewhere?
Yes, I would like for it to be a wound in a place that you wouldn't see unless we were getting either to the hot sex or something else.
Well, I would immediately make me think that you were shot in like the heart, or something like that.
Both metaphoric and practical.
Yeah. Or I mean, it could be the inner your leg. You were hit with like the femoral artery or something.
Gotta go with the cheesy shot through the heart.
Yeah.
Because you know it's too late, right?
Shot through. Well, it depends on if they wanted me to suffer or not.
It's too
'cause
late,
if they,
Angela. It's too late. You already gave love a bad name.
I was going to be like, well, if they wanted me to suffer, they could have gut shot me or something. But if they wanted me to die instantly,
Yeah. Well, this also was a crime of passion, not pre-calculated murder. So.
so
All right,
through the
So
heart.
you're shot in the heart. Awesome. Cool. So, so you're writing about. What are you writing about this summer? This past summer, then. What did you do as a ghost?
I don't know. Maybe this summer I'm still just trying to come to terms with my ghostliness, and so maybe walking around and watching people in the bathrooms and watching people in hospitals, or just trying to recapture my humanity that I'm missing, or maybe see if what I'm feeling still has any meaning to it.
So from what I understand is that we agreed on it that our characters are going to be mostly essentially humans blending or like monsters blending in.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing this summer as you've been living in this mortal form that is technically dead?
Maybe I could just be. I don't know. Actually,
Did you work anywhere? Did you?
I was. Well,
did you really,
okay. Well,
were
here's
you
the
just
thing.
like a drifter, just like doing whatever?
This is one of the things. Like, do we want to agree that like ghosts need food? Do they need like warmth? Do they need those things?
Probably not, but you probably have urges in your brain for them because it makes you feel normal. But more importantly, I want to know like what motivates your character and what did you do this summer?
I don't know. I haven't actually got anything for that right now.
Okay, well we'll circle back to that. So does somebody else want to go?
I could.
Okay, Brett. Cool.
So I'm playing Brittany, and she looks sort of like this.
That's very cool. Very cool.
So cool.
And let me see. She's a queen, and over the summer, I helped both be a ambassador to the school and to the Koch family name by reaching out to people who are less fortunate to myself and getting them not just better clothes, but I know that a lot of poor people need things like food as well. So I made sure that the local shelters had enough.
Oh my god, that's awesome! You literally volunteered at like a food for like a food bank and clothes drives and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there may have been some proxies involved, but
yeah, of course.
I spearheaded.
Yeah. You laid the groundwork.
Yes.
She's the boss, and other people do the actual on the ground stuff.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yes.
So, was there anything else?
Maybe how does Brittany feel about returning to school from the summer? How does she carry herself going to school? Like, what's her outlook?
Oh, this is going to be the best year ever.
Yeah.
And in terms of uniform.
Yeah. Anything special about it?
Well, the blouse that she wears under the uniform is, of course, designer. As a player, I don't know what the best designer would be, but it's their best. And
Gucci or something.
Is it like Lord and Taylor worthy?
If we have to dig down that far, then fine.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Cool, that's fine.
And the uniform has been, of course, perfectly tailored and just very subtly dyed so that it's not quite so horrid.
Aw.
Nice.
I would like to think
so
that-
that you stand out, even though we're all wearing a uniform.
Totally.
It's
I would
just
like to-
that little bit different that everyone notices you.
I would like to think that also you paid off the school from your rich parents to like skirt this
yeah.
over.
You said something about a is your family name Coke?
Yes.
Okay,
Pretty
like
cool.
Koch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. I just want to
That-
make sure. Okay. Awesome. All right. Cool. That's kind of like the perfect answer. Thank you. That's maybe do you when you come into school, do you have any friends that you're meeting, or like do you have a regular group
Oh, of
that like,
course.
you walk in with?
Yes. Well, there's Chad. He's sort of a boyfriend, but we're not exclusive. Well, maybe
Okay.
he is, but I'm not. And he's okay with that, even though he is the quarterback of the football team. And of course, there's my best friend Heather, and then also part of the group, and this is another part of the charity, is the other Heather.
Other Heather. What are we gonna do about her?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure sooner or later she'll learn, and she might not be the prettiest. She's pretty, of course, but not the prettiest. But she's getting better at applying makeup, and I think that she has a good future ahead this year.
Oh, she's learning. It's a growing year. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Brad. That's perfect. So, let's move it. Keep it moving. Paul or Adam.
I can take it.
Awesome. What's up?
So, what question are we going with first? What I did over the summer, or
However you want to take it. Those are like the
Okay.
big points of what I want to see. So like us
Okay,
as
sure.
us as players and the viewers here, like as an audience, maybe describe what it looks like, how you come in, and then maybe we can learn more as you write or whatever, however you want to do it.
yeah,
Even though we know what you did last summer.
yeah. I probably got. I'm thinking like kind of long dress. I'm not sure. Would I have like leggings underneath that, or like? I think
I
I
can
will.
tell you that my girlfriend wears dresses with leggings, so I think people do that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
So,
Also, this is probably like
is that
I
uniform
probably
proper?
expected to like. Yeah, I think that's a part of uniform.
Is that
Like, if you
within acceptable dress code?
I think you have two options. You can either wear pants,
Yeah, like a pantsuit.
yeah, or if you wear the dress, you have to wear leggings or something like that under it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You can't be too revealing here.
Yeah.
Maybe you could
Leggings.
have like your skirt like out of your dress, I don't know, like a half to eighth of an inch shorter than regulation if you wanted to be a real bad girl.
And
Yeah.
like 11 inch shorter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so Gal.
exactly.
All right. So Gal Fox. So you come in. So you wear a very nice dress, with leggings. How do you look? What's your demeanor when you return to school? Like, also, how do you get to school? Maybe do you ride a bike? Do you take the bus? Do you drive?
I'm really just happy to get back, and I take a walk from, let's say the school has dormitories.
Okay.
Cool.
You don't have to.
Maybe those
You
are
don't have to
awful,
cut
but-
through. You don't have to cut through some woods to get there, do you?
Yeah. I want
that too on
to
the
cut their
nose?
semblance.
Yeah, you have to go through the little like wood park thing they have set up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
I take a path.
Yeah. The
Stuff like that.
The arboreal garden. Right.
Yeah, the Truman path.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So maybe describe a little bit of what you did this summer.
I'm just really happy to get back to seeing all my friends because I didn't see any of them this summer really because I live kind of far away. I think I was probably working, like the motto I'm probably achieving here is building relationships or something like that.
Yeah, strengthening community ties, right?
Yeah, strengthening community and building relationships.
Yeah,
and,
that's the
that's sort of
yeah.
That's sort of nebula.
Sure.
And I got like a job.
How did you do that? By working?
Yeah, I got a job over the summer.
Where?
Those were really kind of the only friends I had, and there weren't very many. Like, I worked at like this really never busy like Burger King.
Oh, so it's like the Burger King on like the far side of town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody ever comes in.
Got it. Yeah.
For
of course.
reasons.
If we were
Yeah.
playing the microscope version of this game, this restaurant is closing in the next 2 years.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It's just like it's not bringing in business because
Oh.
nobody's coming in.
Okay.
And it's fait accompli. It's something that is going to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do
So
you
mostly I just hung out with like the other employees, and sometimes we had to make burgers.
do those employees also go to the school?
No, this is way back home. Like I
Oh yeah, it's just far off. Yeah.
State.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just say it's another state to other people.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Paul?
All right. I am playing Cage. I picked the last name Holland because I'm a prankster like that. It's because I'm Dutch.
What?
What?
I'll be playing the ghoul. He because apparently I'm playing
Can't
him
let
too.
it die. Scandal.
But he's very thin, like you know, you would say like he's anorexic, like he's underweight, and his eyes are very hungry. His uniform, like he wears it, but it's a mess. Like he probably has to wear like a tie or something, but like
Yeah.
the knot is like awful, and it's like never up like all the way, and like the top button is never done, and like maybe he has like when you have a shirt and like one of the sides is like not tucked in your pants and it's like hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's not like because he wants to be cool, it's just because he doesn't give a fuck. And if someone is like, hey, you tuck that in, then he tucks it in, and it's like whatever, maybe there's like some rips in some seams. It seems very unkempt, even though it's like the first day and like they just got a new uniform, like it's already ruined for
Nice.
some reason because
I love
of
it.
you know.
Well, you are a ghoul, so maybe it's something
I am
that
a
has something
ghoul.
to do with it.
And he sits like really slumped in his chair, like slumped
in the
down
back?
and not paying
Yeah.
attention, and like just kind of writing like the bare minimum that he needs to complete the assignment.
I did a lot of valuable things in the summer. The summer is an important time to do a lot of valuable things. Just like-
Like trying to hit on those keywords. He worked in his uncle's slaughterhouse.
Yeah, if I could do this again, I would actually ask how you all demonstrated leadership.
Nice.
But yeah, like he has a job in his uncle's slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Where like it's a shit job. Like he's like pulling carcasses on hooks, and that's what he does all day. But he's writing it to like, it's entrepreneurial, and it's a local business, so I'm supporting that and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
bet.
And then he writes about going on a vacation. And he writes that it's like somewhere in Africa or like some crazy thing, and he's like writing like super over the top stuff that like would never happen, like stuff that you see in a movie happens in Africa. Of like
he literally
a lion,
in
like,
Africa.
elephants and stuff like that, like
I thought
crazy stuff.
but literally
it's
just recites the plot to what's the dark river or whatever up the
what?
Congo. What's it called? What's the name of that? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you mean, man.
Something about going up the Congo River. It's written like a long time
Dark
ago.
Heart of Africa?
Yeah, Dark Heart Africa. Yeah.
I mean, probably not, because they would probably know the book
he probably
better than
okay.
I do.
Yeah, that's true. That would imply that you read that. Yeah. Okay.
But regardless, like, he's just making up that story because that's when he died, and one day, like, he got killed too, and he was like dumped in a forest, like buried hastily.
Do you know how you died?
God, all right. I wanted to tie it in with Nanosphere's thing, so maybe it's like the same girl that was like crazy psycho and killed him. Like apparently is like a super serial psycho. Maybe she goes to school here and it's other Heather.
See, what I was gonna recommend was You're the Boy.
Oh, okay. You're the boy that escaped.
And that Angela is your girlfriend.
All right.
Or not girlfriend, but
or was
person you were cheating on the killer with.
Yeah.
And that's why you died.
Sure.
You don't have to. No, it could be another mutual person.
We can do that. I was trying to think about it, and it seemed too cliche, but maybe like this is the game to make it cliche.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of making it cliche, man.
Yeah. So
People
let's say like
on...
I was the boy back then. We were in love, but now like we both died. But I got
you died on your feet though.
I died on my feet.
You were running. Yeah.
It wasn't that I was running. I think it was like sometime later, and like maybe in a park or something, or like in that piece of wood, like between the school and the dorms, and like I went out camping or something, and the psycho girl, she found me, and like ice picked me in the brain or something, and then like buried me, and so like. Then it's like nothing for me for a while, but then I had to like claw my way out of, my own shallow grave in the forest.
Oh my god!
Where I was missing for a little bit, but like just not long enough, so everyone was like, "Oh no, he just went camping," and then he came back. It's fine.
Do you have any evidence that you have been on the other side, like sallow skin or anything?
Maybe not like visible, like except for the ice pick wound, like in my hair. That like maybe I just hit my head on something. For anyone else, maybe you as also an undead person would like recognize the touch of the grave.
Well, maybe we should save that for when we do strings, which would be the next step, right?
But right. I don't think like it's super obvious that I'm dead.
Okay, yeah. I would prefer it not be super obvious.
Yeah.
I tried to come up with something in this bit. So what I've got is my uniform that I have is pretty worn, but looks passable for the inspections. It's a bit ratty on the sleeves and a bit off in places. The color is a bit off because I'm buying some like similar but like off-brand like versions of what the school uniform is. So like maybe cheaper blazers or like not the school monogrammed shirts.
Yeah, the same-ish color. Yeah.
Yeah. Over the holidays, what I did was I stalked a lot of girls and guys, and when they weren't looking, I stole their food and stole some clothes of clotheslines and stuff to keep myself warm or cool or whatever the case may be.
So, Do you write that in your essay?
No, what I write in my essay was that I explored the local environment and met people near and far and integrated myself into the community in a more meaningful fashion.
Okay. That makes sense.
And so I'm happy that school's starting back up because one of the boys that I liked, that I stalked, is going to this school. I don't think it's
Cage.
Gale. I think it'll be someone else.
Okay, cool. No, I like the idea that so Angela and Cage had a fling and got themselves killed over it. But you actually, Angela, you slept with him, but maybe you weren't totally on board with him, and yeah, you were looking forward for someone else, and all of this kind of just. Oh yeah, this will be very fun. You're making my job very easy.
And so what I did for like half job, half community enrichment sort of thing was I volunteered at the library because I don't sleep and I have a lot of time. So I stack the books there, sort things out, do events.
Yeah.
I look pretty normal apart from looking very unusually pale. That would be about it.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. So, I think we could probably do strings before we go to break.
Oh, is Gale male, female, or non-binary?
I'm thinking female.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, awesome. So, let's start doing strings then. Now that we have an idea of who we all are, kind of what we did this summer and how things were starting to come together, let's start doing some strings on each other and maybe start picking up other NPCs if we need to.
All right. Let's see.
All right, I have one that is someone who either watched me die or watched me resurrect. So I think maybe Brittany. Like, I think it's probably resurrect because no one. Like,
well, I was
watched me
thinking.
get murdered, I
Well,
think.
kind of. Actually, I have an idea.
All right.
So what I'm thinking is, I know who shot you.
Okay.
I think it's Brittany's best friend.
Oh, no.
I think it's Heather.
Oh.
All right.
Heather
So
or
it's on an
Heather?
NPC then. All right.
Not other Heather.
Okay.
All right.
So one of the
Stupid other. All right. I was trying to see it if I could put it on a PC, but I guess it works for an NPC.
so one of Brittany Kasha's friends shot me. Is that it?
Oh no! It should be other Heather. I'm sorry. It definitely should be other Heather.
Okay.
And the reason why it should be other Heather is because I don't think your friend Heather would actually stoop down to actually date somebody who would work in a slaughterhouse. That just doesn't seem like
Totally.
improving, right?
Yeah.
So
Even if
then
Cage is
other
hot.
Heather,
I mean, she doesn't have Britney standards, but please.
Yeah.
so then other Heather has two
Other
strings
Heather, though.
on me, and I have two strings on her.
Okay. Awesome.
And the other one is someone who reminded me of love, which I'm thinking is going to be Angela.
Angela. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then. Angela, you get two strings on me.
All right. 2 strings on Cage, right?
Awesome. That's really good. And I think is that it for your background?
That's it for me.
Yeah, someone remind you of what love was, and yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because that was the last thing you felt before you're hunted down and killed. Right?
I mean, like, it was a really shitty time for me for a while.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, as it would be. Like, murder doesn't really help
I mean,
anyone.
you were dating other Heather. Of course, it was a shitty time.
Poor other Heather.
Yeah, no, I like the idea that like you guys should have like broken up or something. Eric, you were on the, that downward should have broke up, but you were trying to like I don't know, maybe you thought you broke up and you didn't, or you had that sort of the kind of awkward thing, and that's how it all came about.
I texted you, God.
Yeah. And
I MySpaced you. Isn't that enough?
God damn.
what,
All
I
right.
haven't liked a Facebook picture in over a week. I thought it was pretty clear.
All right. But then like Angela and I are, I mean, exes because we really didn't meet or see each other all that much over the summer.
No.
No, I would say it's pretty cool that we're exes.
All right.
Maybe you guys actually haven't seen each other since that.
Could be cool.
Since
I
the
think
time you
that's
died.
something to explore during play.
And so yeah, that's true. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, Paul. That was perfect, man. Thank you.
I can
Really
go
good.
next if nobody else wants to go next. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm stealing it. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Everybody takes one string against me. But I've also captured someone's fancy, and I gain 2 strings on this person.
Well, can I chime in here?
Yes, please.
I was going to say that one of my background elements is that I was caught in somebody's bedroom spying or sneaking on them while looking at them while they were sleeping.
That makes sense too, because Angela, you maybe were lurking around the school library or something, and you know how if Gail isn't back home, she lives at the school, and you know. So that would definitely make sense. There's probably a chance that, you know, maybe Gail was waiting a lot. You know, she's one of the last. I imagine she's maybe like one of the last students to ever like leave to go back home. You know, so there's always like that awkward time where everyone else is gone, and it's a very desolate campus, and you're still kind of there for another week.
So yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I am going to say Gail's not interested in you yet.
In Angela?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been inside somebody's bedroom while they were sleeping. So yes, I know everything that you have in your drawers and things, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
The ghost is the master of one-sided relationships.
That's true. I mean, your character is a walking embodiment of a negative relationship, like an inverse relationship.
So yes, I'd like it
to
to actually
flow through. You are
I'd like it to be like
entropy incarnate.
I'd like it to be like I have this whole kind of, I don't know, Sherlock Mind Palace sort of thing of my relationship with Gail.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is Gail the person you were mentioning earlier about the person you're most looking forward to seeing?
Sure. I'll say that. Like I said, I mean, Gail can't spend all their time in school. They must go out for food or maybe books or.
Yeah. We're friends.
Huh?
We are not. We're friends. We are not creepy lovers. I think.
Okay, so.
You think?
Okay, so like
Okay.
you take pity. Maybe you take pity on me and like take me out to some place because you feel really bad. But I'm like, this person really likes me.
Exactly.
All right.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice. Moving on.
I can do
Was that
mine. Or was there any more?
I think that's all for the Fae, right?
Adam.
Did we do the Queen?
Yeah, let me go ahead and do her.
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yes. Okay. So first off, I named 3 NPCs who are members of my gang, getting a string on each. That's, of course, Chad, Heather, and Heather. And then find someone...
we should just call her Other Heather the whole time. Or you should call her Other Heather.
I like that I could hear the italics
Yeah.
on the second one.
And then you find someone threatening, give them a string on you, and take 2 strings on them. So Gale is like Fey hot, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, you're a threat. You gain a string on me, and I have a total of 3.
It's my cute legging.
So what's the relationship between Gale and Brittany? Like, is Brittany or is Gale part of Brittany's kind of circle, or maybe like on the fringes of your social circle?
That would be fine with me, but if you want to be like total enemies or frenemies, anywhere.
Yeah.
I think I'm friends with a lot of people in your clique, but I am very interested in Chad.
Oh no,
That's bad. But you don't know it yet.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I like that. So my question would be, how do you feel about the Heathers, Gale? Are you friends with either of those two?
I'm friends with the Heathers.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, okay. All right.
I call them both by their last names.
What are the Heathers' last names?
Let's give them last names.
Maybe one of you makes one of them makes the other, or maybe Brad gets both of them because
Sure.
they are his posse.
I'll name other Heather. You name Heather.
Okay. So Heather, not other Heather, is Heather Covington.
I always find that name interesting.
Covington. Perfect. Very strong, very New England town name. Dig it.
I'm thinking other Heather's name is something like
Make it Johnson.
Bostair or something like that.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bostair. I'm thinking like something French or something like that. I can spell that out for you in our little Zoom chat.
Yeah. Chat it to me. Perfect. Okay. With that,
there we
then,
go.
yeah. Cool. Thank you. So, Bostair.
I thought it said bustier for a second.
Maybe that's my subconscious.
Okay. So that's your strings then, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So I think we're done. I think we're ready to get set up and begin play. So we're gonna go to our first break here, and then we're gonna come back in 8 minutes for our next actual play of Monsterhearts tonight. So thank you all so much for staying tuned and listening to us as we come up with our characters and everything like that for this game. And hopefully you're gonna enjoy the actual play that we're gonna get to when we get from the break. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you in about 8 minutes.